so here's the package that I got from Calico. I'm going to do an unboxing for y'all. So, let's see. What it is. Looks like there's, there we go. Alright, so these are, instructions to remove it from the handle. Alright, so I'll have to read over that. Let's see. Well, but I guess while I'm trying to figure that out, I'll show you guys. I got the Anderson knob guard for my X-Cow. So I'm definitely going to be putting this on today. So now this protects all of the knobs on the X-Cow in case you bump it against something or when you're storing it. You don't have to worry about the knobs accidentally getting hit or broken off. So yeah, so I finally got one of these. I have to thank Calico for sending this to me. So thank you, Mark from Calico, and just Calico in general. And I'll put a link to this in the description down below. So if you're interested in it or you didn't even know that this existed and you always end up bumping your knobs on stuff, definitely check this out. They have different colors. I think they have yellow, green, and black in addition to this blue that I got. So there's that. Now back to this box that seems to be smarter than me. What is this? So, this is a Gulf of Mexico shipwreck chart. So, this is also from Calico. Well, obviously, everything here is from Calico. But it looks like they threw this in for me. So, this is so cool. I'll have to open this up and check it out. Not right this second. I'll do it after I do this, but this is really awesome. So this is a map of all the shipwrecks in the Gulf of Florida, it looks like, or the Gulf of Mexico off Florida. So yeah, this is awesome. We'll have to check that out for sure. Alright, so here is the machine. So it's already put together. I mean, there's really not a whole lot for me to do. It doesn't look like. I'm guessing the shaft extends and I can make it to whatever length I want it. Gotta get the zip tie off. And there. Alright, so there's that. And there's another zip tie over here. So that's on the bottom. Alright, so we are completely unhooked. There. Okay, so here is the Fisher CZ-21. Now this says Quicksilver on it. Now I don't know if they all say Quicksilver or if this is a specific model. I'm not sure. I will have to read the book. Here's the book, and not sure what that is. Okay, let's open up this. This is like the best part. I don't know if this will fit over. not a fan of this falling over on me. I guess that's what happens when you don't have this tight. So there's this cardboard on here to keep the coil, this part, nice and secure. I'm thinking it goes like that, and then you just extend it out. Oh, yep, there's the holes for the, what is it, the pressure clip or the tension clip to get put in. Alright, so I'm going to get this all unwrapped and figure out what length works best for me. And then once I do that, I'll come back and show you guys. Actually, I might just wait to show it to y'all when I get out to the beach to start doing some hunting. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, like I said, make this good for my height. I'm going to read the manual, and then we can get to doing some metal detecting with it. Super excited. Alright, so I will come back to you guys when we're at the beach. Hi everybody, She Detector here. So today I'm metal detecting at a beach off the coast of Tarpon Springs, Florida. I've hunted here before, and I've been very lucky here before. So I'm out here hunting again, and as you can tell behind me, there is nobody else out on the beach. And the reason is because it's about 58 degrees. So, yeah, we're the only ones out here. Nobody else is out here, which is fine by me because I plan on hunting in the sand area, but mostly in the water. And that is why I'm wearing a wetsuit because it's 58 degrees in the air, and I think the water temperature is probably about in the low 70s. So I don't want to freeze to death while I'm in the water. So today I'm out here hunting with the Fisher CZ-21. Now this is the machine that you guys voted to see me try out and test out and just kind of hunt with it. So this is it, and this was sent to me by Kelly Co. So thank you, Kelly Co., for sending me this amazing machine to kind of play around with. Now, I did read the manual on this, but I also found a book online. It's called, I believe it's called Hunting with the CZ-21, and the author is Ray Pastor, PhD. So I read his book, and obviously I read the manual, but I think I'm going to do the settings that are recommended by Ray. For a couple of reasons. One, he's a really experienced hunter, and he gave settings for a beginner to use, which this is my first time hunting with this machine, so I'm essentially a beginner. So I'm going to be using the settings that he recommended, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my camera set up, and then I'm going to show you guys those settings that he recommended. So I'll be hunting with this today, but I also have my two other machines out here. This one over here is the Sea Hunter Mark II. This is Beaker. This was my first machine that I ever had. And then this one right here is the Minelab Excalibur II. This is my most recent machine, and this is Sir Rings-a-Lot, aka Ringer. So I have all three machines out here, and I have a bunch of goodies that I'm going to be doing a test bed with here at the beach. Now I could have done some air tests, but I know a lot of people don't really like those because they don't really think it's since it's not the environment you're actually going to be hunting in, they don't really think air tests are super valid. So I'm going to be doing tests here in the sand on the beach. So yeah, but let me go ahead and get set up, and then we can go ahead and start hunting with the CZ-21. Okay guys, so I'm all set up with the camera, and I'm going to go ahead and set up the actual CZ. So we'll start by turning it on, obviously. Alright, so it's on, and it's buzzing. So, yeah, that's really loud, actually. I'm kind of surprised at how loud it is in the headphones. Okay, so now, the settings that Ray recommended was to hunt in auto tune, which is essentially all metal. So we have that already set. Sensitivity, he recommended cranking it all the way up to 10 and swinging it until it wasn't very chattery anymore. And then, or swinging it and then slowly lowering down the number until it wasn't very chattery anymore. So, well, there we go, okay. So it was in battery test, which is why it was screaming in my ears. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank it up to 10. And already I can hear a low buzzing in my headphones just having it on 10. Alright, and then ground balance, he recommended starting at 10, pumping your coil, and then dropping down the ground balance until the sound balanced out. So we'll go ahead and crank that up to 10. There we go. So now I'm going to pump my coil. I'll increase my volume actually a little bit. We'll go 10. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pump my coil again with the setting at 10. So I'm going to drop it down to 9. Try again. I think I'll try one more maybe. We'll have it at 8. There we go. And again, I'm doing this to wait for the sound to balance out. Let's try one more. Try 7. There we go. Alright. Sounds pretty good to me so far. Alright, so again, sensitivity at 10. And it's kind of a constant hum. It's not necessarily super chattery. So let me let you guys listen to it. Alright, so I hope you guys could hear that. So I'm going to drop it down. Let's try, when I drop it down to 8, it's just about completely silent. And that is one thing that I read in Ray's book, Ray Pasteur's book, Hunting with the CZ-21, is that you hunt in essentially silent mode. The machine is quiet until it comes across the target. So I went ahead and I put down some coins here. Since I've never heard this machine, I wanted to hear what it sounded like before I headed out to the water. So I've got a quarter, a nickel, and a penny. So we're going to swing over the quarter. Woo! That is screaming. See, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, so I'm going to put the headphone on so y'all can hear. I hope you guys could hear that, and I hope it wasn't super loud. Okay, so that's what a quarter sounds like. And this machine, the CZ-21, has 3 tones. It has a low tone, a medium tone, and a high tone. Low tone is all iron. The medium tone is going to be your pull tabs, aluminum, some gold rings. The high tone is going to be coins, some gold rings, silver, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Well, probably your platinums will fall into that. Stainless steel, I imagine, will either be, that'll probably be a medium tone. Now, so that was the quarter, so I got a nickel right here. Same tone as the quarter. I got my penny right here. Same tone as the nickel and the quarter. So, sounds exactly the same. Let's try Rex. I'm already picking Rex up way over here. I would say that's a high tone. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so now that I know what it sounds like, I'm gonna head off into the water. Alright guys, so I got a target here. Now the machine is completely submerged. I'm thinking a coin. Sounds like a high tone. So let's see what it is. Alright, so I got it. Now, I am a fan of this silent search at an option or mode. I know it's not really an option with the machine, it's just kind of what it does. Boo. Bobby pin. Which is weird, it sounded like a high tone. It's a bobby pin, alright. Now I don't have any discrimination on. There's zero discrimination on right now. It's an all metal. So yeah, I'm gonna find everything, including bobby pins. But I am a fan of the silent search that this machine has or does. It reminds me of the MX Sport. Now the MX Sport allowed you to hunt in zero threshold, which is completely silent unless there's a target. You don't get any kind of threshold noise, background noise, any of that stuff. So I do like that the CZ-21 has that silent search mode, or like I said, I don't know, but I do like that. So I'm searching on, there's a bunch of grass right here, and I'm searching near the grass because I know me personally, I don't like getting in the grass. So I know other people probably don't like getting in the grass either, so they probably stop right here before the grass and they just kind of swim around in this area. So that's where I'm hunting. The target here. I'm thinking this is a low tone. It's right on the edge of the grass, so it could be a bobby pin or a hair clip or something. Alright, I got it. Yep, a bobby pin. So that was a low tone. Hey guys. Missed it. I am finding it difficult to pinpoint the target. Because this is not a double D coil, it's a concentric coil. It's a lot harder to find the target because the coil will pick up the target anywhere on the edges of the coil. So I am finding it difficult to pinpoint exactly where the target is. And yes, this machine does have a pinpoint button. I've not quite figured out how to use it. I know when I was reading Ray Pastor's book on hunting with the CZ-21, he had said that he didn't like the pinpoint button, that it was very difficult to use, and apparently the majority of CZ hunters actually don't like, or CZ users actually don't like the pinpoint button. Yeah. So, yes, there is a pinpoint button. No, I'm not using it, because I tried using it on, I think, the first target I found, and, yeah, I don't know. It didn't work out so great. I think this is it. I think. I'll toss it in the water and see. Yeah. I do believe that's it. Not sure what it is, but it's something. We'll have to crack it open with a hammer when we get home and see. Alright guys, so I got a very good sounding target. This one's much better. I suppose this could be a mid-tone. See what it is. It's pretty loud, so I'm thinking it's not very deep. Hopefully one scoop will be good enough to get it. Yep, I got it. Alright. Okay. Is that it? Yep. Whatever that is right there is it. Ah, boo. It's one of those little things that you pull off the top of like your ketchup bottle. So, yeah. So now this is the 8-inch coil, and you can get it in a 10-inch coil, but this is the 8-inch, I believe, is what comes standard. I don't know what that noise was. Oh, there it is. Tent stake. There. Anyways, so the 8-inch comes standard with the CZ-21, but you can get a 10-inch. The headphones are not, you cannot change them yourself. You can get different headphones, but I believe you have to send it in to do it. Again, this is what I gather from reading the manual. It says that the headphones that come with it are, you can't take them out. And if you do, it'll void your warranty. There's something over here. Alright, so I got it. Now a lot of y'all keep telling me, shake your scoop. And I do, I want to, but Rex is not very good at sifting out the kind of wet stuff. It's like giving me a workout, just shaking my scoop. I don't even see anything. Ah, there it is. Pull tab. Yeah, Rex isn't so good at sifting out the kind of wet stuff, like this stuff here. The holes in my scoop are only 1/4 inch holes, I believe. Or maybe they're 3/8 inch, I forget. It's either 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch. So it does make it very difficult to sift out sand that's clumping together, especially if there's shells in it and stuff. But anyways, I forgot what I was talking about. Right, the headphones. If you try and change them yourself, it voids your warranty. So yeah, keep that in mind. Doesn't sound super good. Ouch. All right. There we go, pull tab. I'm right here by this lifeguard station, so I'm going to start getting more and more garbage. Alright guys, so I'm done hunting for today. I'm going to set up my test bed so I can test the 3 machines. So I've dug 8 holes. And what I did was I did 1 scoop's worth. So my scoop was, push it in pretty much till the lip hit the sand. And then I dug it out. So that's what those 8 holes are. And I measured them using my pinpointer. And they are about, I can get it to stand, they're about right here, which is, according to my pinpointer, about 5.5, 6 inches deep. So that's how deep all of these holes are. And I've got out different objects here to test in the holes. So I've got a 925 silver ring. So I'll put that in there, get these roots out of the way. All right, 925 silver ring. We've got a super teeny tiny pendant. This is a 925 silver pendant, very tiny. Put that in there. We've got 14 karat gold ring. Here we go. And I actually found that ring here last weekend. I've got a junker earring, but it's pretty good size. Here we go. There we go. I've got She Detector Special silverware. This is stainless steel. Alright. I've got 1 penny, dated 2000. I've got 1 nickel, dated 1996. And I've got 1 quarter, dated 1996. There we go. Just cover all of these up. And then I'm going to come through with each machine and see if it can detect it. And then once I do that, the plan after that is going to be to dig more holes that are 2 scoops deep, do the same thing, and then dig more holes that are 3 scoops deep and do the same thing. So I feel like this will be a pretty good test for all the machines to see how they do. Alright, so we're going to start off with the CZ, since this is the machine that I'm testing. And I know a lot of people compare the CZ to the Excal, and a lot of people look at those 2 machines to figure out which one they're going to buy. So go ahead and start over here, and I'm going to put the headphones on the camera so you guys can hear it. And my settings right now are volume is at 10, I'm in all metal auto tune, my sensitivity is at 7, and my ground balance is at 8. Alright, so let's get y'all set up. There, hopefully you guys can hear it. Alright, so we'll start with the first target here. Alright, you can hear that one. Here's the second one. Ooh, I don't hear that one. Oh, it's not blocking out. There you go. Alright, let's see, try again. I don't hear that one at all. Alright, third target. Yep. I hear that one. This is the fourth target. Yep. Fifth target. Yep. 6. 7. Wow. Barely hear that one. Alright, so that was all 8 targets, and you can see there was 2, well, 1 I couldn't hear at all, and I believe it was that tiny silver pendant, and then one of the coins you could just barely hear. So I'm going to turn this machine off now. There you go. We'll come set it over here. Alright, and we'll start with Beaker next. Alright, so now again, Beaker is my Mark II, or my Sea Hunter Mark II, and this is a pulse induction machine. So it's not like the CZ or the Excal. Those are both VLFs. This is not like that at all. So we'll go ahead and turn Beaker on. Alright, elimination I'm going to set at 0. Threshold, we're going to go minimum, so it'll be silent search essentially. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here's the first target. Alright, Second target. Third. Yep. Fourth. Alright. I'm slipping. Fifth target. Yep. Six. Seven. And 8. There. Alright, so I'm actually kind of surprised on a couple of these, especially that tiny little silver pendant, because this is the machine that I found that pendant with. So I'm actually very surprised that it didn't hear that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn this off. Okay. Alright. And we'll get my personal dream machine. So, alright, so the settings that I'm running on the X-Cow, it's going to be discrimination at 1, sensitivity at 6, volume cranked up, and I'm in disc or discrimination. I'm not in all metal, it's disc mode. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Let me get it a good volume for y'all. There, alright, so you're just going to hear a threshold hum. Alright, there we go. So, first target. Second target. I didn't hear anything on that one. Third. Sounds beautiful. Fourth. Fifth. Alright, so that's the She Detector Special. Alright, that was the 6th target. This is the 7th. Alright, and the 8th. Alright, so that was all 3 machines with all those different targets, and they were all about 6 inches down. Alright, I'm kind of surprised with some of those results, honestly. So, okay, so now I'm going to dig them all up, and I'm going to dig 2 scoops deep and put all of the targets back in there. So let me go ahead and do that. So I've dug all my holes. Again, these are 2 scoops deep. So I've got my pin pointer out here to measure. So we've got about, let's say right here. So we're looking at about 8 inches deep for all of them. Okay, so I've got, again, 925 silver ring. There's that. Now this one, my husband had a good point. So this is the tiny 925 silver pendant. He was saying if they couldn't hear it at 5 or 6 inches, why even do the test because you're not gonna hear it. But I'm not positive that you guys couldn't hear it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. And yeah, see if y'all could hear it. Alright, so this is 14 karat gold ring. Got these roots in here. There. There's that one. Junker earring. She detector special silverware. There we go. And we've got penny, nickel, and a quarter. There we go. So I'm gonna bury all of these again, and we'll do the test again with all the machines. Alright guys, so all 8 targets are buried, and we're gonna go ahead and start off with the CZ. Alright, so go ahead and turn it on, and we'll put it at 10. All the rest of the settings are the same, so I'll go ahead and get you guys set up. Alright, here we go with the first target. Alright, second target. This is the silver pendant. Nothing. Alright. Third target. Yep. Fourth. Yep. Fifth. Okay. Six. Seventh. Alright, and eighth. There. Alright, so all of those we could pretty much still hear except for the silver pendant. Alright, so I'm going to get the next machine. Alright, so we've got the next machine. This is the Sea Hunter Mark II. Alright, all the settings are the same. I hope you guys can still see. Alright, so here's the first target. Alright, just barely. Here's the silver pendant. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Here's the third target. Yeah, that's still good. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. And eighth. All right, so kind of surprised that it's not picking up that quarter, or it just barely was picking it up. All right, so there's that. All right, now let's go get the Excal. Alright, so you guys will just hear a little bit of threshold noise. There we go. Alright, so here's the first target. Here's the second one. This is the silver pendant. Don't hear anything on that one. Here's the third target. There we go. Fourth. Fifth. That was the sixth target. Here's number 7. And number 8. There. Alright. So we can still hear pretty much all of them. Couldn't hear that silver pendant. The She Detector special silverware was a little sketchy. Alright, so now I'm going to dig all of them up and I'm going to do one last one of 3 scoops deep. I'll still go ahead and bury the silver pendant, but I don't know if you guys even heard it on this 2 scoops deep test. So we'll do one more round and then we'll be done with the field test. Okay guys, so I've dug the holes for the targets, 3 scoops down, plus I used my hands to get out the loose sand because sand from here would fall in there like that. So I used my hands to scoop out that little bit. There we go. So we are pretty much right level with the top of the sand, and this pin pointer is 10 inches. So we are about 10 inches down for all of these. So we'll start off with silver ring 925. There we go. This is the teeny tiny silver pendant. I already know you guys aren't going to be able to hear that, but we'll go ahead and do it anyways. 14 karat gold ring. Junker earring. Got some more sand falling in there. Oh. There we go. She Detector special silverware. Good enough. We got penny. There we go. Nickel. And quarter. There we go. So I'm going to fill all of these holes in, and we'll do the test again with all 3 machines. Alright guys, so we got all the targets buried, and we're going to start off with the CZ. So we'll turn it on, crank it to 10, settings are still the same. There. Alright, so here we go with target 1. I don't hear anything. Target 2. Nothing. Target 3. Feel like that's not it. I don't know. Alright, target 4. Alright, target 5. Target 6. Target 7. Nothing. Target 8. Nothing. Let's go back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm going to check that with my pinpointer and make sure there's not something else there, because that sounds awfully loud. Yeah. Okay. Pull tab. Let's check this one again. Alright, so this is target 3. 3, yes. Yeah, nothing. This was 4. 4 is that junker earring, and 5 is that stainless steel spoon. Alright, so of all 8 targets, the only targets that the CZ is still picking up, that I can hear anyways, is that junker earring and the stainless steel spoon. None of the coins, none of the rings got picked up. That I can hear. When I go back and review the footage, I might be able to hear actual hits. Alright, so we'll get the next one. We'll get beaker. Alright, so we'll come on this side. And I wear beaker waist mount because this box is very heavy. But for today, we're gonna wear beaker neck mount. Alright, so we'll come over here, go ahead and turn them on. Alright, okay, so first target, Second target. Third target. Fourth target. Fifth target. Yeah. Sixth target. Seven. And 8. There. All right. Now, I could not hear anything. I heard what I thought was threshold noise, but outside of that, outside of what was probably threshold noise, I don't think I heard anything myself. All right, and the last machine is ringer. All right. All right, so you guys got a nice threshold hum. Here's the first target. Okay, second target. Third target. Fourth target. Yep. Fifth target. That's 6. Here's 7. And 8. All right, so again, just like the CZ, from my standpoint, none of the coins and none of the rings got picked up. The only thing ringer picked up was the stainless steel spoon and the junker earring. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised with the results, honestly. But I'm glad I was able to do it. So now I gotta go in and dig up all of my targets. So I'm gonna dig up all of my targets, and then yeah, and then that'll probably be it for today. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll see you guys at the wrap-up. Alright guys, so here are my findings for today's hunt. This was with the CZ-21. It wasn't fantastic, honestly. I mean, it's all a bunch of crap. I found a bottle cap, pull tabs, one of these little things that covers like your condiment bottles, bobby pins, battery, some screws, some pieces of, I don't know, iron I guess, and 2 tent stakes. So I didn't find any coins or any rings today, sadly. I was going on a pretty good little streak there. I had 2 hunts in a row where I found rings, so that was pretty awesome. But today, not so much. Well, not today, but for this hunt, not so much. But that's alright. I really enjoyed getting to hunt with the CZ-21. It's the first time I've ever used it, and I've heard good things about it. It's going to take me a little bit of time to figure out the sounds for it, as far as determining what's considered a low tone, a medium tone, and a high tone. So there's that. That'll take some time. I do like the headphones that come with the machine, at least in comparison to all the other headphones that I've tried. They really cup your ears really well so that you don't have any external noise getting in. I know the Excal, the stock headphones, they're not super tight. I don't know if it's because I have a small head compared to most hunters, but they're not super tight, so you do get background noise. So like when I'm at the beach, I do hear the wind and the waves, and it's more so on whatever headphone has the cord going from the headphone to the machine. Just the weight of that cord kind of pulls the headphone away from your ear a little bit. The CZ-21 doesn't do that. I was a big fan of the headphones. I liked it overall, and it was heavy, but I found that if you bring the coil in closer to your body so that your arm is more just, extended instead of your bicep being contracted, if you just have it so that your arm is more extended, it really reduces the weight, on your bicep and your shoulder. The only bad thing about it is when you do that, before, if your arm or if your bicep is contracted and the coil is out farther, you have a much wider sweep. But when you have it closer to your body and your arm is straight out, you have a much smaller sweep. So it's pretty much right in front of your feet, really. So I didn't find the weight to be an issue. You can mount it. You can do hip mount with the CZ-21. I didn't do that, one, because I don't have the hip mount strap or bundle, whatever. I'm not sure how it comes as. I didn't have that. And two, I just wanted to use it how it comes, stock out of the box. So that's what I did. So there's that. I really enjoyed hunting with it, and I have to thank Calico again for letting me test it out, and I have to thank you guys for picking that machine to have me test out. So I'm going to probably do 2 more hunts with it, and then I'll send it back, and we'll move on to the next machine. So there's that. Now I wanted to show you guys real quick that map that also came in the box. So this is what it looked like. This is the Gulf of Mexico shipwreck map. And it does have, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi up there too, and a little bit of Louisiana. But it shows you all the shipwrecks that are off, the Gulf states. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit and show y'all, a section that's a little bit closer. And of course my camera's not going to do it for me, but there you go. So this is off the coast of Georgia right here, actually this is Florida still. So these are all the shipwrecks that are up near the Panhandle, and then you move over and here's Alabama. So it has like all the shipwrecks here. So I think that's really cool. And there's a couple here near me in Tarpon Springs, Newport Richey, and then, there's actually several of them over here, but of course, the majority of them are over here on the Treasure Coast. And it does list the 1715 fleet. So I'm definitely going to have to look over this and, really figure out which ships are near me and, see if I can't one day plan some kind of diving hunt down there. Or I don't know if I'm allowed to even hunt some of these areas, but it's definitely cool. So thank you, Mark from Calico, for sending that to me. So now I wanted to show you guys the results of the field test that I did with the machines. So I made this nice little data sheet here, and we can kind of go over it a little bit. So I color coded the CZ results are in blue, the Sea Hunter results are in green, and then the Excal results are in purple. So I broke it down by each test that I did. So 1 scoop was about 5 to 6 inches, 2 scoops was 8 inches, and 3 scoops deep was 10 inches deep. So, and then up here I listed what the item was. So here you can see for 1 scoop deep for the silver pendant, none of the machines picked up that teeny tiny pendant. And you guys saw it. I mean, it was just a tiny little thing. None of them picked it up at about 5 to 6 inches deep. And I was trying to think back when I found it. I think it was only about 3 inches deep when I found that little pendant. So it wasn't deep at all. And then for the Excal with the spoon, every time I hit the spoon, if you hunt with an Excal, you know what that sound is when it kind of hits a bottle cap, where it'll kind of null out, but there will be a sound in there. So it'll be like quiet, and then it'll be like whoop, 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 whoop type thing, but it's not really a good like wah, wah, you know what I mean? So I got that every time I hit the spoon. So I put null-ish because it wasn't not a sound, but it wasn't a solid sound because it wasn't a good target. So that was that. Let's see. Pretty much the nickel, the Excal or the Sea Hunter and the CZ kind of both were surprising me on being able to pick up that nickel. With the CZ, it did pick it up, but it wasn't a solid hit, you know what I mean? But it did pick it up just barely. Same thing with the Sea Hunter on the nickel and the quarter actually. And when I put the coins in there, I tried to make sure that they were flat, that they weren't on edge or anything. So 2 scoops down, the Sea Hunter really had trouble picking up that silver ring. I could barely hear it. And then for that silver pendant, I started hearing a sound when I was sweeping over it, but I feel like it was more threshold sound than actual, okay, I see a target sound. So that's what I put threshold. And then now for this one, for the Sea Hunter and the Excal, I highlighted these blocks in yellow because when I did the 3 scoops test with the CZ, it picked it up. There was a solid hit, and so when I checked it, there was actually a pull tab there. So I don't know if that pull tab affected the results here for the Sea Hunter and the Excal. So that's why I put it in yellow, because when I did the 3 scoops deep, none of the machines picked it up. So yeah, I don't know if the 2-inch difference could have, you know, been the determining factor or not. So that's what that's in yellow. Again, for the rest of the results for 2 scoops, the Excal nulled out on the spoon. The penny, the Sea Hunter barely picked it up. Excal, that was a solid hit. Now, the yeses are where it's between being a solid hit and being barely picked it up. So the CZ did pick it up, but it wasn't solid and it wasn't quite barely. So, you know, it's kind of a midpoint between, yeah, I know for sure that's a hit, or I'm not really sure if that's a hit. So that's what the yes is. Again, the CZ and the Sea Hunter barely picked up the nickel at 2 scoops deep, about 8 inches deep. Same thing with the quarter, barely picked it up. The Excal was solid on those though. And then for the 3 scoops deep, none of them picked up, or the CZ, well actually none of them, yeah. A threshold on here because over every target I was hearing a sound, but I felt like it was more threshold than actual, you know, target identification. So, I was really surprised that 10 inches deep, the CZ and the Excal, neither of them picked up any of the coins and neither of them picked up any of the jewelry. They did pick up the junker earring and the spoon though, so I mean if you're looking for crap, both machines will definitely get you there. I feel like I don't know, just comparing the CZ to the Excal in this particular test bed that I did, I would have to personally choose the Excal over the CZ, just because, I mean, you compare even 2 scoops deep, the Excal was solid on the penny, the nickel, and the quarter, whereas the CZ barely picked up the nickel and the quarter, and it did pick up the penny, but it wasn't a solid pickup, you know what I mean? So, you know, and that was kind of the thing, honestly, where I think a lot of y'all wanted me to test out the machine, was because a lot of people compare the CZ to the Excal and trying to determine which machine they want to get. So, you know, and that was another thing. I was actually surprised that you guys wanted me to test out a more expensive machine over one of the cheaper machines, but as I was reading through the comments from people, everybody was, you know, saying that they are either an experienced hunter looking to upgrade their machine, or they're an experienced hunter who's looking to add another machine to their collection. So yeah, that was kind of surprising, but those are the results for the tests that I did. Now granted, this test was conducted in Florida off the coast of Tampa, so, you know, my beaches could be different from your beaches, and the CZ could excel over the Excal at your location. I don't know. So if you're using these results to determine, you know, which machine you're going to get, and you get the Excal over the CZ, and you're like, man, this sucks, it doesn't work here for me, I'm sorry. So take this with a grain of salt. This is the results for the machines in my area. Let me know if you have any questions. I thought I've considered doing this test down in the sand that's wet. Like, I did this in the dry sand. I considered doing it down in the wet-ish sand, but I've noticed here in Florida, and it could be like this everywhere, that when I do a test like this, or when I'm digging in the wet-ish sand, if I don't get that target on the first scoop up, that target tends to sink lower and lower and lower, even if it's a light target. I mean, you guys have seen in some of my earlier videos when I was hunting primarily or only with the Sea Hunter, I would dig down 2 feet for a pull tab. And I know that that pull tab, there's no way it could have been literally 2 feet down. I'm pretty sure it sunk down as I was trying to get it up. So yeah, so I didn't do it in the wet sand. It would be really hard to control that kind of test environment, so the dry sand is what I did. But let me know if you guys have any questions on it. And like I said, I'm going to do 2 more hunts with the CZ, and you know, I'll try and do some different environments, I suppose. I am going to do some underwater hunting with the CZ, so you guys will get that. And then I might try and hit a soccer field with the CZ, just so I can see how it performs on land too. And I do plan on doing that with the Excal as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much today's video. You know, the actual findings from the hunt aren't fantastic, but I really enjoyed doing this little test here between all 3 machines. Honestly, I went into it fully expecting the Sea Hunter to kick both machines' butts, and I was really surprised that it didn't. So I went into it saying, you know what, Beaker's going to wipe these machines across the field, and he did not. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. If you haven't already checked out my Facebook page or my Instagram page or my Twitter page, make sure you do that. Send me a comment or a message if you like. Thank you for watching my video, and make sure you like it, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that. A good incentive to subscribe to my channel is that when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing an awesome giveaway. So make sure you do that. Send all your friends over too. And until next time, I guess I will see you guys later.